Yeah. Playa T, that's me. Hollywood in the hood.
All right, it's going down. Like I said at the onset of the show, we got a young woman on the show tonight. We're really proud of her. We've been working with her for quite a while now. She has a new photography studio set to open. Studio 60 Seconds on Tanisha Britton.
Saturday morning cartoons and kung fu.
What's up, Tanisha?
Hi, honey. How are you?
I'm just fine. Thank you for coming.
Thank you for
Because you could have been anywhere in the world right about now. You know, come on. Good as that plate of delicious, you know, beautiful black woman look. You know what I mean? Could have been anywhere in the world. But she right here with Big Bud, Hollywood, Chuck B, and Playa T. Now, for those who don't know, we knew Tanisha from back in the day writing up erotic poetry.
writing erotic poetry.
Writing erotic poetry.
Performing.
Oh, you was? Yeah. Yeah, wow was right. I was in the house when it was going down, baby. Straight up and down. You know, no problem with that. About what? You know, there's players all over here.
You know, Player, I've been dreaming
Okay, go
about
ahead.
our
hit me with
trace
it, baby.
lines in the sands.
Yes.
Dreaming about the very first time we held hands and I grinned.
Right.
Remembering the day that it all began.
Mm-hmm.
Remembering why our love never felt like sin. It was something.
Right.
I know that we were magical, that something in the stars shines something impossible. Something about how the time flew and the stars of the night sparkle.
Right.
We were connected and it was right, and out popped my chronicles.
Oh! Now, I'm here to tell you. Hold on. Could you imagine if you was locked up and you was this woman's man? Baby, I can't wait to get out of there. You know what? I'm going to be the best man you ever had. Now, hold on. Because photography and all of that, all of those things are exemplifications of your character, exemplifications of your, you know, what your vision of life and what your goals and what you set out to do. So to start out with erotic poetry, how did you even begin in that right there?
Wow. Believe it or not, I was dared into it.
Uh-oh. Ain't that how it always happens? I dare you.
I dare you.
You don't know? I dare you to remember.
And like always, I rise to the occasion, and and I loved it.
Right.
And it formed me into who I am today.
Did you feel like it was a release? Was it a erotic euphoria for you when you write those things and you express yourself and people feeling it and they enjoy it?
Believe it or not, I first started writing at 13, and I wrote for every dead person out there. So all my
at the funeral?
Right, every poem that I wrote was helping someone transition from life on earth to life in heaven.
Wow.
So,
wait, how did that go from that to that extreme?
Well, I got on the stage at a poetry set over on St. Clair, Joe's house where he was doing his coffee,
Okay.
Joey Bean.
Yeah, Joe Little. Big shout out to Joe Little, man.
Yeah, shout out to Joe Little. And I got up there and I was reading those poems and people weren't responding.
Reading the poems of the people that transition. Yeah, I gotta kind of tell you, Denise. Nobody want to hear that, you know, about somebody transition. You had to learn the hard way, though.
Photography takes up a lot of my time.
Photography. Now, I want to get into that because you have a grand opening happening in a couple days.
Yes,
on the 19th
excited.
to be exact, right?
Correct.
A photographer. Are you a photographer yourself?
I am. I am a freelance photographer. I do club photography. I do photo shoots. I make it happen for people. I create what you're trying to pull out. So I like to think of myself as an artist. And so you can dream something, and I'm going to make it come true on pictures.
Oh! What you know about that? What you know about that? So how long have you been into the photography business?
Believe it or not, Lawrence Craft gave this to me almost 3 years ago. Lawrence the Picture Man. Shout out to Lawrence the Picture Man Craft. Yes.
Oh, he took you under the wing.
Absolutely, he did. Because while my daughter was modeling, which she also did here.
Hold on. Fathom that. Hold on.
Yeah.
Fathom that. Lawrence the Picture Man, he's a very, very good photographer, and he had a lot of trials and tribulations in his life. So to take someone under his wing and teach them, you know, the concept of photography, that's big. That's
That is
huge.
big.
Yeah, big shout out to Lawrence the Picture Man. Where you had to be grateful and ecstatic him teaching you these things.
Well, you know what? Lawrence is not a fan of pity parties. And at the time, my house caught on fire. I totaled my car. I lost my job. And I was at the point of now what? He came and he said, I was staying at the hotel over in Beechwood, the Residence Inn. And he said, here's a camera, here's a printer, go make some money. I don't do pity parties, I don't know how to do that.
Wow. How real is that? Fathom that. Your house was burnt down.
I lost my house.
Lost the house burnt down. You don't know what you're gonna do. You don't know where your next meal is gonna come from. And for somebody, instead of just giving you a sandwich and you know going about your business, they teach you a trade or a craft for you to make. What did that whole experience teach you about yourself? Someone reaching out to you, you know, in your time of need, being there for you, and able to set you off on a path to a career that you possibly find great, you know, peace and harmony with. You know, tell me about that.
I do. I feel very passionate about my photography, just like my poetry. It's a piece of me. It's an art that's inside of me, and he pulled it out. So I am very grateful that Lawrence saw something in me and knew that I can do it, knew that I can achieve it. He's passionate about it himself, and I watched him, and he's self-taught, and I'm self-taught. You know, going online and.
Right. Do you feel like you're bearing your soul, even though it's other people you're taking pictures of and their circumstances and all the creativity surrounding them? Do you feel like you're bearing your soul when you capture those moments?
I can't say that I feel like I'm bearing my soul. Sometimes I feel like I connect with them differently. Sometimes I feel like my work is helping them get to their next level. Sometimes I feel like my work, and I wish I had brought the picture with me. I took a picture of a grandmother getting ready to get married again. And she had 2 granddaughters. And one granddaughter was from her son, and the other one was from her daughter. And the picture showed her hands caressing one granddaughter's hair. And this hair was so nicely in place, and she looked a little more well-kept than the other granddaughter. Right. And when she looks at that picture, I said, it has to evoke feeling. You're not doing anything with photography unless you're evoking feeling. So I know that picture, every time she looks at that picture, she says, oh my goodness, do I really favor this child more than this child?
Now let's talk about your studio real quick. It's going to be on 62nd and where?
Yes, 1030 East 62nd Street. Studio 62nd was waiting for me.
It
was waiting for me. I ended up in Mitchell's Ultra Lounge. It's my first time working in a club and having a club as a home base.
Yeah.
And I met the owner of the building at Mitchell's.
Okay.
And it's a phenomenal experience. He came up to me. He watched me a couple of times, and he said, make my building come alive. And the best way I know how to make it come alive is through pictures.